Good morning, myself Tanisha.
Myself, Tisha.
Welcome to Manthan. This program is an initiative taken by our school. Here we have a talk of series with dignitaries who desire to bring a change in the society and who've made their lives successful.
So, let us introduce you to today's personality, Shri Parveen Saini, IAS officer retired from Punjab government.
So before moving on to the detailed discussion, we welcome you to SVM family. We are really fortunate to have you amongst us.
Thank you.
So, the first question is about your bringing up. Please tell us something about your childhood, brought up, and schooling.
Right, I was born and brought up in Delhi. My dad was in railways. I did my schooling from Delhi. First, I went to primary school, which was a municipal corporation school. Municipal corporation school at Turkman Road in Delhi. Then I did my higher secondary from MC Senior Higher Secondary School, that again Municipal Corporation Senior Higher Secondary School, Rouse Avenue Road. These days that is known as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Road.
Yes.
So after that I moved to, that was my schooling. Then I came to Punjab. My dad got retired from railways and we settled in a village in Pathankot district. I did my graduation from ST College Pathankot. Then I did my post-graduation from DAV College Jalandhar, and I did my MPhil from Punjab University, Chandigarh. My first assignment or posting, I wanted to be a teacher actually in college. So I did my first job in DAV College, Kangra. And after that I did some research assistant job in Center for Policy Research in New Delhi, and then I again came to Punjab University. After doing my MPhil, I did 3 years teaching there in Punjab University. Then I came to the State Civil Service in 1986 batch, and 2001 I was elevated to the IAS.
So it is believed, it's a perception that UPSC is a very difficult exam. Only daredevils dare to give an attempt. Obviously, it needs an ultra strong motivation. So we want to know that what is your inspiration?
My inspiration was the atmosphere in the Punjab University. The atmosphere in the Punjab University was very good. It was ripe for the competitive exams. It was right for the competitive spirit. There I had competed in the Punjab Civil Services and I came there and I worked 3.5 years quite hard. Since I was teaching also, so I had added advantage of being a teacher and preparing my subject there also. And of course, hard work is the ultimate thing. Inspiration is I didn't want to be anything else than a teacher, but then you never know at what time things can turn up. I think primarily it was the atmosphere in the Punjab University campus that many people were trying for the civil services, and so I also attempted. Inspiration is from when you look at others, you find you have to look at so many things, and ultimately you have to put yourself as a determined person. I am to do this, and then put your all efforts, all passions in accomplishing that job, in accomplishing that work. So that is what inspiration is. Nobody from outside is going to tell you do this or that. Your inner self has to tell you what you have to do. So once you are sure, you are determined, and you are focused, then you can achieve it.
So, we have seen the families of people in bureaucracy. So, how do you manage to take out time for family on working on such an important post?
Time, of course, is a constraint in civil services, or for that matter, particularly during the times of terrorism, turbulence. We had quite a difficult time in looking after kids, families, and then doing the official jobs, because that was not confined to 9 to 5. So it could be any time at the night, the emergency, or some difficult times. Some delegations are coming from abroad. You have to attend to them. You have to take them to the different places where things have happened. And even otherwise in bureaucracy or in the civil services, the kind of houses that are managed, the workload is immense, but I think the children and the other members of the family, they learn to live with the things. So it's just adjustment of times and according to the circumstances. They say your job necessity is of that stature or level that everybody understands that he has important work than sitting here. But then, of course, time for the family and children has also to be taken out. But you have to strike a balance between the two. And if there comes a choice, it is your own personal choice, sometimes difficult also. Sometimes you have to give preference to the office work or official work, and sometimes to the family. A balance kind of thing.
Yes. So, how did you come in contact with the SVM family, and how do you assess its work in the field of education?
One of my relatives' friends was associated with the SVM. And then he said, just the principal in Jalandhar wants to see you. Okay, I'll go, and since I'm retired and I'm free, I'll go. And then he started discussing me कि सर आप education में रहे हो, teaching में रहे हो, तो थोड़ा please tell us how we can improve. So I shared with him my understanding of the improvement, the all-round development of the student should be done, not only the cognitive learning, but the social learning also has to be done. Emotive learning has also to be learned. And then after 15 or 20 minutes talk, over a cup of tea, he said, will you address the teachers? If you like, I can address. And he said, okay, we will fix up time. After a week or so, then I addressed the teachers also. Then the principal still demanded, and please address our students also. Then on one day, I addressed 9th and 10th student, 9th and 10th class student. That student is up to the matric standard, that school. And then the SVM people, they contacted me, can you come and give us some time? And then I told them, okay, I'll come. And that is how I go. And that's it.
So IAS is a very high-profile job. Moreover, you have been at DC post as well. During your tenure as DC, tell us about your proud moments and the low moments when things get really tough.
I'll tell you, in March 2011, when I was Deputy Commissioner Mohali, the semi-final cricket match, India versus Pakistan, was going to be there. And you know the passion of the cricket, and then India-Pakistan tie and the World Cup. It was packed stadium and everything, and virtually no ticket was available, no free entry passes and things like that. But anyway, things went on. Just a day before the match, I think it was March, I can't remember exactly, 11th maybe. On 10th morning, I read in the newspaper that a person has come from Uttar Pradesh, perhaps Bahreach district, I don't remember, but maybe something like that, Bahreach district. And then the person said, I have not got the ticket, all counters are closed, and if I don't get a ticket, I'll commit a suicide. So the first thing I did, I asked a couple of people from my office, locate this press reporter first who has interviewed this boy, and then try to find where this boy is. And then I ensured we traced that boy, and I gave him the ticket. And then I had a peaceful evening. That was one of the difficult moments.
So you're literally a daredevil.
Yeah.
Okay, so please tell us, what are the difficulties you faced during UPSC exam preparation?
No, I told you, I am through the state civil service, so I prepared for the state civil service.
Oh, yeah.
So difficulty is that you prepare yourself, that's it. You are competing with so many other students or candidates. Everybody out there to outsmart you. And you never know who are the other competitors, how much hard they have worked, how much hard you should work to compete. In fact, any competitive exam, it's not pass or fail, because the number of seats or the posts are limited. So it is only among the uh, big number of candidates, only few persons are to be taken. So challenge is always there, because it is after all you are competing in the state or in the country in any competitive exam. So you have to be better than others. That's how you can come.
Yes,
That is
yes.
the only way.
So, what is your mantra for stress management during the time of demotivation or difficult times?
I have been playing sports throughout my career. So I must take out 1 hour in the evening for the sports. That is de-stressing myself. Plus, I do pray in the morning. I remember my teachers, I remember my parents, and do prayers. That is how you de-stress yourself. And then every new morning is a new day.
New beginning, new opportunity.
Every new day. So previous days things, if you have committed some mistakes, you rectify them next day. If you have done something successful, forget it, move on to the next day. You do not know when you are laughing, something else comes or is in store for you. So you have to handle that. So it's a kind of rejuvenating yourself for every fresh day. You never know in administration which day you'll be confronting which problem, and whether it will be daytime or it will be nighttime. What?
Yes. So please tell us, suggest us that what are the mistakes to be avoided during any exam preparation? Basic mistakes that we make.
During the exam preparation, I'll say prepare yourself thoroughly for the exam. Never go by the assumptions that this particular portion has not been asked in the exams in previous papers. How do you know? Do you know the examiner? No. So the person who is setting the question paper, you do not know. So the whole syllabus is to be taken into consideration when setting up a paper. So when the question paper comes, if you find that particular portion that you avoided or you did not anticipate to come as a question, so you just left it and you're baffled. You prepare yourself thoroughly. Thorough preparation is the only way. There are certain things. Prepare by practice in writing, not just reading and cramming. Try to seek if you can effectively write also. So that is a better way of preparing. Prepare thoroughly. If you have doubts, clear it before exams with teachers, with your parents, or with your friends, colleagues, or with your class fellows. And then, but once you go to the examination hall, if something is left over, don't bother about it. Then just stay there. And then first attempt the questions that you are sure the answers is, I know. So that is how you can prepare.
So, what are your future plans?
My future plans is right now, I'm with the SVMs. I'm coming to the schools as mentor, and that is why I came here. My primary objective of being with the Vidya Bharati, the Sarvitkari Group Society, was to improve the standard of education, quality education particularly. And there are different facets of how to improve the education and how to make it qualitatively. And as I earlier told you, not only the cognitive learning, but I will give equal importance to the issues of value, whether values are instilled or given to the students or not, whether the students are disciplined or not, whether the students are sincere or not. It doesn't matter you have scored 90 plus or 88 or 87. What matters is you have all our tickets. You are a cultured person. You have respect for the elders in the society, for your parents, for your teachers. So these kind of, and you are disciplined and you are duty bound. And you are passionate about doing a job. A job means when you are studying, that is your job. Be passionate about your study. When you are in home, doing some home chores, be passionate about it. ये नहीं कि your mother or father has asked you to do a thing and you said, ये तो फंस गया. Do it passionately. Okay, I'll do it. Why not? Teach your younger brother or younger sister. Okay, I'll teach him. So whatever you're doing, do with a passion and positive approach. Never have fear I'll commit mistakes. If you don't do, how you know you will commit mistakes or not? Do it. Learn from mistakes. You may learn more from mistakes. It's life, mix. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Be a true sportsman. You are satisfied with your performance when you are winning a thing. And you are thinking of improving yourself when you are losing. Why I lost? Introspect. Okay, I'll do better than this. Just you could not perform on a particular day or time. That is all. But be positive and be passionate and be a disciplined person.
So last but not the least, what advice would you give to our generation who looks up to you as their inspiration?
One of the things that I'm finding in the modern generation, in the current generation, is the people are getting impatient. Patience is the hallmark, is a very valuable trait in a person's personality. The person has patience. Patience is a virtue. Then rest of the things will follow. If you are impatient, everybody, you go to the any road where there is traffic, you find everybody is in a hurry. That means you have not managed your time properly. If you know you have to come from your home and school here by bicycle, that takes 10 minutes. Don't just keep 10 minutes for your reaching school. Why don't you keep 15 minutes, 5 minutes buffer sometimes? हवा निकल गई, पंचर हो गया या कुछ और हो गया या anything. So keep 5 minutes buffer time. So management of time, have patience and discipline. These things are going to save you. This is my sincere suggestion to the younger generation.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your precious time.
I'm
and
delighted.
valuable
I'm delighted to be with you. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. Same here. Very nice. All the best.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.